Hey guys, welcome to our first Girl Talk series. Happy New Year again. I've started a Girl Talk series where it's just going to be us girls. I know I have men who support me on this channel, and thank you so much. But this particular segment will just be for girls. So we're just going to be like sipping our wine as we discuss some topics. The one that I'm taking today is Noble, is a South African wine, sweet red wine. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. I've written down some topics that I want us to discuss. Okay, things that normally as girls we deal with, how we can grow. The aim of this Girl Talk series is to help us grow, to help us uplift each other, become better, support each other as sisters. Okay, do you feel me? Like this video. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is treating yourself with kindness. Sometimes you're that person, sometimes you have a friend who always put themselves down. Like, oh, with my sweet potty, oh, with my sweet big head, oh, with my flat behind. No one has the perfect body in this world. We all have something that if we are given a chance, we would adjust in our bodies, okay? That is okay. But it is also okay to accept that we have a pretty awesome part of your body or full body. That is where most of us don't treat ourselves with kindness when it comes to our bodies. Because by the time I'm telling you that you look beautiful in that dress, that you look beautiful, maybe I didn't see your stomach, maybe I saw it but didn't see that something that hinders your beauty, prevents you from being beautiful. But now you're going to disregard the compliment I give you, and then you're going to focus all your attention on your belly and your flat chest. The sad part is that as human beings, we've normalized making fun of yourself. If I come here and be like, ha ha, look at my big forehead. We're like, ha ha ha, oh, she's so funny. We like her. Why? Why do you like it when someone makes fun of themselves? And if I come here and I'm like, look at my gorgeous forehead, you'll be like, and Aringa, she's so vain. Like, she's so full of herself. She thinks she's the. Let's say that you've had a rough week. Yes, things didn't go according to plan. But maybe you didn't accomplish even what you wanted to accomplish. But there's something that you did. Or there's a reason why you didn't accomplish that you did. Treat yourself with kindness. I have a video called Be Kind to Yourself. That was my first video. If you go back to the video, my first video in 2019, because I am all about this message. Treat yourself the way you treat a friend. I normally ask you or ask myself, if your friend, someone you care about, comes to you and they're like, you know what, even if your friend messes up and they're like, you know what, I messed up, I was done on the wrong, you'll still comfort them. Be like, yes, you messed up, but you know what, it's okay, you'll make it up, and oh, this and this is why you messed up. You are kinder to them. But when you're talking to yourself, you're like, oh, you're so stupid, that's why you did this. Let's normalize being kind to ourselves. Okay, guys. The second thing I'm going to talk about is money mindset. Well, first of all, knowing the mentality you have around money and then changing it if it's not serving you. An incident occurred that hit me, that there was a time I had a poverty mentality, which is dangerous because that can prevent you from soaring high. So there was a time I thought to myself, I was like, if I get money, I'll buy a washing machine. Because washing is the one chore that takes up so much of my time. I don't understand why. Something that will take someone 1 hour to wash, it will take me even 4. So I'm like, that's wasting my time. And then I'm like, I enjoy the convenience of having a washing machine. So I even have a place in my house where I normally say, this place, when I get my washing machine, this is where I'm going to put it. And then I remembered that some time ago, like a few years back, I saw some post on Facebook. Someone had posted that they have a washing machine in the house, so her daughter does not know how to wash clothes using their hands. And I was like, oh my God, the comment section. I didn't comment, but I was like, oh my God, why is she doing this to her daughter? What if she gets married and they can't afford a washing machine? After now making the switch and saying I'm going to buy a washing machine, I was like, Linda, that was a poverty mentality. And you believe that you can only be a good wife if you wash clothes by hand. Like, I don't even know why I would think that, but that is something that once you realize, then you are able to work on it. For example, let me tell you, the different ways people think about money. Some people think that, oh, money is evil. And I think that there was a time I was like, oh God, please give me money, but not too much to make me forget about you. You've heard people say these things because we have this mentality that a lot of money is bad, is going to ruin us. people who are rich are evil. Even if someone, you talk about people who are rich, let me say, even talking about dating rich people, they're like, these people, maybe they sacrifice people, they're so mean, they treat people like trash. We have this mentality that rich people are bad. If you have that money mentality, are you wondering why you still don't have the money? Even the money will be like, okay, you don't like me, why should I like you? Just the mentality that you have around money can be the thing that is limiting you from accessing a lot of money. I'm a writer, and by the time I left my job, so it's like, if I only get this amount of money from writing like full time, for now, I'll be so happy. And then right now I'm like, what the hell? That money is so little. Why did I box myself into thinking that this much is okay? Yet there's a world full of possibilities. Like, I can get as much as I want. Like, there's nothing limiting me. Why was I limiting myself? What do you think about money? Is it positive? When we start having these affirmations of things like, money likes me and I like money. There's this affirmation that I discovered, and I like to say it a lot. Money comes to me from different sources. Money comes to me from different sources. And let me tell you, when I started saying that, believing it, I saw a shift. Something changed. Because before I was like, oh my God, now because I don't have money from writing, because YouTube does not pay me for now. I haven't started earning from YouTube. But I was like, now because I don't have money, I've not made enough money from writing. Now I don't have money. And then I was like, I've conditioned my mind to think that my money should only come from writing. But when I sit down and be like, money comes to me from different sources. Different sources. That's when you realize that you can sit down and someone be like, okay, I've sent you something for lunch. I'm like, people just give you money from different sources, even jobs that you are not, even you see an opportunity comes up, you go and do it, because you have not limited your mind to, this is only where money should be coming from. Do you see how the mindset you have around money can influence how you relate with money? For this next point, a lot of people won't love me for it, but it has to be said. Let me first sip. Sip swine. Mm. Playing the victim. Playing the victim. I've been there. It feels so good when you say, no, it's not my fault, it's so who did this. It makes you feel like you are good, you are the good person. It is not, it is only the other person that is responsible for whatever it is that happened. Girls, let's stop playing victims. If you want to grow, if you want to develop, let me tell you. Let me first put a disclaimer. I'm not talking about those cases whereby people rape other kids or defile kids, and then they're like, no, she did absolutely not. There's no excuse for those kinds of things. I'm talking about situations whereby, let me say you have a boyfriend who treats you like crap. They don't care about you. They talk to you the way they feel like. They cheat on you like left, right, and center. They think that you're the most stupid human being, someone who treats you like crap. And then you'll be like, you know what, I'm being so good. He's such a bad person. He's always doing this. He's always doing this. You are also participating in this environment that is unhealthy for you. How are you participating in it? You have stayed. You have chosen to stay. You have accepted. And you have told him, and you people, men, sometimes when you say things and you say, it doesn't mean anything if you don't ask. Them like, she'll just be mad, she'll go on, she'll run, she'll say this, she'll say that, but then she'll come back. You have said, but you have stayed. By you staying, you are sending a message that I'm okay with it. Even if I'm verbally saying no, but my actions are saying I'm okay with it, I have chosen to stay. Before you come for me, I've also been in that situation. Before I even actually knew myself that well and understood men a little bit, I was a very naive kind of girl. And there's this person who just played with my emotions, like the emotional turmoil that this person caused me. I could sue them. Like, I could sue them. That was too much. But I stayed. That was on me. Okay? You can't make someone treat you well. The only thing you can do, the power that you have is to decide whether to accept that treatment or not. So if you choose to accept that treatment, don't be a victim. Don't play a victim. And it's not just about relationships. Let me say, even if it is for a job that drains you mentally, you can say, you know what, I want to leave this job. So what can I do to leave? And you start making a strategy. But if you stay there year in, year out, you keep complaining, oh my bosses, oh my bosses, you have chosen to stay. You are an active participant in this situation. Yes, there are so many reasons why you may not want to lose a job, because I am not rich. Meanwhile, I'm talking to you, I'm not that rich guy. I know doing what you need to do to put food on the table. But you can sit down and be like, you know what? I've decided I no longer want to be in this situation. So what next? How can I play? It doesn't mean you wake up and be like, I quit. What can I do to remove myself from this situation? Okay? The good thing, when you stop playing the victim feels nice. You just like, you're just innocent. They didn't do anything. The other person is a bad man. They keep doing this to me. It feels good because you're the good one. But it takes away your power and you can't grow. What I realize is that when I stop playing a victim, I have power. I'm like, okay, I am part of the reason why this is happening, because my role is that I've chosen to stay. So the same way I've chosen to stay, I can also choose to leave. And that thing makes me excited. I have the power to leave, to stop this treatment. So if I choose to stay, I also feel good because I'm like, this is my choice. No one is doing this to me. At you, they're just doing this. This is my choice. I have power. Okay? So you have power. Stop playing a victim. If something is not turning out well, you have the power to make that change. Just change that in your mind and you won't even believe how you're going to look at things differently, and you won't allow people to just do whatever it is they're doing to you, because you have the power. You're not a victim. You have the power. Okay? Today I'm just going to talk about a few points because these are introduction. I want to know if you like these kind of videos. I'm making them for you. I can't just make them if you don't like. But if you have not even liked the video up to this point, surely. So you like the video so YouTube can send it to more people, and also subscribe. Before you go to the last point, which is a bit juicy. I'm saying the last point, which is for grown-ups. So if you have kids around. So the last point is that take care of your sexual health. We talk a lot about mental health. Mental health has gotten so much attention of late, which is such a good thing. We talk about a lot about physical health, but you're not talking about sexual health. When I'm talking about sexual health, just like with physical and mental, it means that you are whole, you are thriving, your body is okay, physically you're okay, mentally you are whole, you are thriving. And that is the same concept I want to go to when I'm talking about sexual health. You are whole, you are thriving sexually. I'm going to divide sexual health into subsections. The first subsection that I'm going to tackle is you loving and appreciating her. Okay, so that's the metaphor we're going to use for today. I don't know if I'll get another metaphor. If someone randomly took a photo of her, yours, sent it to you, not the whole body, not your whole body, just her, and sent it to you, would you know that it's yours? Would you recognize it, be like, this is mine? Would you? I would. If you are not able to, girl, there's a problem. Mirror. I don't know how we grew up, but somehow we always fear like looking too much down there. You just think about it when you're washing it, and then when you're being intimate with a partner. That is the only time. But that should not be it. There was a video I was watching, and this woman described it so well. She was like, we neglect her, we don't talk to her, don't care about her. And then when you have a partner, all of a sudden you just want her to be like, wake up and vibrate and participate and make you happy. You've been neglecting her all along. And she explained, she said, it's like, now you want to cross a river, you want to jump from here to the other side, and you're just like, it's not happening, you're not reaching there because you're neglecting her. The first part of appreciating her is just looking at her. I don't know if because we're not used to, But when you take a mirror, look at her. The first few seconds may be scary, like, mm, and then take a minute, take 2 minutes, take 3 minutes. You start to feel like, oh my God, she's gorgeous like this. This is amazing. It's amazing the way it looks, the way it's just amazing. And then you start appreciating her more and more and feeling like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. And then when I look at these photos you see online of like hill caves that are designed in the shape of a woman. I'm like, that looks so good. Like it looks like a work of art, piece of art. That is what is going on down here. And when you get used to looking at her like that, you start to love her, to appreciate her, and you become more confident. Even in the bedroom, you're like, I know, we're good. She's good. I'm good. I have a good, you know. What is YouTube? What am I saying on the internet? This is a girl talk. Let's talk. She's been through a lot. She bleeds every month. Like the whole process is intense. Your walls are contracting, things are coming out. She's cleaning your internal. If you've given birth, she's brought a whole human being with hands, feet, legs, someone who can talk, someone with a personality. She's brought that into this world. She's given life. You need to appreciate it. You need to be kind to her. The second thing I'm going to talk about under sexual health is hygiene. Is she clean? Is she okay? Like, do you feel like you have some itchiness, some funny discharge? If you feel so, have you gone to see a doctor? And there's this thing we normally do whereby someone, you feel funny, you see those funny signs, and then you post maybe in a group, in a girls group, like, I'm experiencing this, what can I do? And then we normally run to yeast infection because it's the most common. Girl, that's yeast infection, just go to the chemist, buy this and this. Sometimes it's not even yeast infection, it might be bacterial infection, you don't know. So that's why you need to go and have tested. There's that UTI test. You have the test, and then you're told, this is it. No, you buy medication for what you are suffering from. If you can see a gyna, please see a gyna for the regular checkups. There's something that I've just been putting on is having a pap smear because for some reason I feel like it's painful. But I hear with the technology now, advancement, there are certain tools which make it less painful. I wanted to have it. I first thought of it when I was pregnant. I was told I would not have a pap smear when I was pregnant. So I said I'll have it later, but I just kept postponing. Those are some of the things that I want to do this year. I want to normalize regular checkups, not just going to the gyna when there's a problem. Just check up like, we're good. So again with the hygiene still in the bedroom. Let's say you're going to have some sexy time with someone and you're traveling from Nairobi, you to Kisumu, ama Eldoret, ama Makueni, ama Meru. And then now you've taken hours on the road, you've sat down, which means she has not gotten air. Okay? Air has not been circulating. Maybe you have them thick thighs that save lives. So which means you're sweating in between. You can't just reach there, baby, because you want to be spontaneous and everything. Just go in and be intimate because you've sweated, you've stayed there for hours without that circulation, and then the discharge is coming out also constantly. So you can't just be there and be like, just go on with stuff. If this person is going to perform oral on you, surely, you can imagine what is going to happen down there. And it's not because you're dirty or whatever. It's just maybe just a little sweat, just a little discharge. But you can excuse yourself, go to the bathroom, you do some 1 minute coo. If you have those wipes, they call them the coochie wipes. I'm not a fan of anything that has scent or has things that are going to give you infections. Actually, I think baby wipes are good. I'm not sure, but if they are good for babies, you can use them. Wipe yourself and then continue. But don't just be in the spirit of spontaneity. And these sons of Abraham, sometimes they're good, but sometimes they can also go out there and just talk about you and the way you were not clean down there. That is embarrassing. That is hygiene. I'm telling you, sexual health is. If you want me to cover this as a whole topic, I can have it as a whole topic for girl talk because it's so wide. If you sit a lot from morning to evening every single day, it is possible for blood not to flow down here. And what makes you aroused, what makes us aroused, men, women, it's blood flowing down there. So when blood is not flowing down there, you may also have problems in that department. So that's why you see when people who exercise, they say that it improves their sexual health. Hmm? You can even do this rub, this it's called your rub their pelvic area, just massage to release any tension. You've been sitting for hours and hours, you're not even taking a walk, you're 10 minutes tembea and mboga. Yeah, but surely sexual health is right. If you want me to do just as separate, just one video for it, girl talk, let me know. You know, when you're clean, you're also able to let go and be like, yes, you can do whatever, as opposed to when you know things are not okay down there, and then you're just like, should I? Oh, maybe if you know you're not going to do oral, then it's okay. You can do your spontaneous and then you shower and then you can do the oral. Are you doing your Kegels? Kegel exercises. And I don't talk about it from a point of just that it's tightening down there. When you cough, when you laugh, a small bit, it might be just small. It's not like at a lot. It drops into your panty or whatever. It means that your muscles, your pelvic muscles, the one that control the blood, are not that strong. So just you can just be doing pelvic exercises. Actually, when you do it, you realize that that stops. That especially if you've given birth, and you know sometimes our body takes a lot to recover. If you've given birth, you do your periods. I don't know. There's tell me if you want me to do. I can't talk about it in depth. Actually, if you want me to do a separate video, let me tell me. But now we are still on sexual health. I'm going to talk about the last thing on sexual health, which is taking charge of your pleasure. There's this thing I've been hearing so much. You're in charge of your pleasure. You're in charge of your orgasm. At first, it's like, but the other person is not supposed to be in charge of pleasing me. But it feels good because it gives you control. So how are you in charge? Communication. Let's say that you can only reach the big O when you're on top, okay? Then you at some point make sure you come on top or communicate. I'm like, I want to come on top. Just make sure that you come on top. If that is the thing that is going to get you there, communicate. So this is something that I'm also I'm also learning to implement communicating, because you know where am I getting shy? Okay. You know, as girls, sometimes we get scared of talking because we feel like, men have ego, and sometimes when you say something the wrong way, it may just bring everything down and things will never get up again. So, but communicate, because if you like it slow, say I like it slow. If you want to be tied up, say I want to be tied up. Okay? Do what you're supposed to do to get your own pleasure. If there's a problem, figure out what it is, how you can solve it, so that you also enjoy. Gone are the days where we were just there to please someone. These days, even you deserve to enjoy it. Hey, no, I'm not tipsy. That brings our Girl Talks episode 1 to an end. If you want us to do more of this, let me know. Of those topics that I've talked about, if something you agree with, something that you disagree with, if something you want to add, let us educate each other and might like something. If you can contribute to any of these, please do. Thank you so much. To future Girl Talks. Cheers. This will be a good year. Until next time, be good to yourself and be kind to others. See you in my next video. Bye bye.